What a good year. 2019 was great, especially in America.
No, it wasn't. It was the worst year I ever had. Health crisis. Moe
Damn,
Morales.
climate change, freaking storms, earthquakes around the world, politics.
No.
Yeah, the deforestation. It's just, man, we're a mess.
So thank God for technology, at least.
Yeah, things that make us happy.
Segway.
Segue. We should always say that. Segue. In this little segment, we are going to discuss our top three. We each chose three of our top three pieces of tech that we use this year. Now, it didn't have to be released. We tried to have it be released this year, but that didn't matter. We may have bought it this year. And so we'll go back and forth, buddy. All right, so you start. What's your number? It doesn't matter the order, right? We're not doing 3, 2, 1.
These are not my top three in my top three order.
Okay, so just start with one.
So I'm gonna start with number one. I'm the techie guy, so to me, cameras and tech are my life. Okay, so what better segue than to say my most important tech for this year was the iPhone 11 Pro Max.
Ooh, I thought you was gonna say that double toilet. You know where
it flushes and washes at the same time. Yes, yeah. Clean me, baby. Clean me, baby.
Nothing like a good bidet. That should be the one of the. I got a bidet this year. That's the tech.
It still sparkles. But anyway, the reason why is they gave us a bigger battery. They gave us an amazing camera. Apple's always been the best film phone ever. Whether no Android phone has ever competed with Apple as far as video is concerned. And then this year they took it up to 13.
Wow.
And the same thing with the camera. I think the old Pixel was the only thing that could compete with the iPhone in the past.
Yeah, and they met them and passed them.
And here's the thing. I'm not saying that the Apple camera is photography wise is better than the Pixel 4. I'm saying that you can take just your iPhone with pictures and you would be damn happy with that, and you wouldn't even miss the Pixel 4. They're both amazing. They're both great. That's the whole key right there. Because they're both amazing. They're a wash.
Yeah.
Photo-wise, right? So then you throw in a video camera with an amazing mic system where you don't need a lav. You don't need any external mic. That's why, for me, the most important tech for me was the iPhone 11 Pro Max.
Awesome.
Because it's got the best all-around camera 2019.
I'll give you a good story with that. We were at the fair, like, where you do hay rides, and it was like a fall fest.
Hay rides.
There was a guy who just got it. It just was released in October, and he had it the first week. Regular dad with all his kids were online, and he was so amazed by the pictures. I'm watching this guy. He takes a picture of his kid, and he had portrait mode, and he's like, "Wow, wow!" He's calling people over, the grandparents. He's like, "Look, look!" Yeah. And that's who this people were amazed what the camera can do. This is the layman just can see that the pictures are sharp and beautiful and have bokeh.
What it is too. I think we've all understand that fake bokeh is fake bokeh, right?
Totally.
But it's now at a point with the Pixel 4 and the iPhone 11 Pro and the 11 regular that it's an acceptable bokeh.
Oh, totally. And the only people who notice the edges are us.
Yes,
if you're looking at a photograph, yeah, we're like, oh, it did a bad job on that leaf.
Look at that. You call that bokeh ring?
Yeah, no. Exactly.
It's like an onion ring. Get out of here with that.
So for the layman and the laywoman.
Yeah. Get up, lady.
Susan. Okay, so I'm going to go now.
Susan.
I just got the best piece of tech all year for Christmas. My wife got me the Sony. Hold on, the box is here. The Sony. Stop saying Sony.
Say it one more time.
Said a Fujifilm fanboy. The Sony WH-1000X M3s.
Mark IIIs, baby.
These are the noise-canceling headphones. I didn't know the world could be so silent.
So I have Mach 2 of these.
It's devoid of any...
And to me, like, I could have my dog barking right next to me, and I'm like...
He's dying, and you're like, la, 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 la.
I love the way this... Yeah, so it shuts everything down.
It takes a while to get used to. I felt like someone was crushing my skull from behind. It was like...
That's what it is. Like, when, ambient noise off.
It's like...
Do you still have that lady in your ear, though?
The lady?
Ambient noise.
Oh, totally. Yeah, the lady.
Ambient noise off.
Yeah, and then it's like ambient on. And it's
noise
like...
canceling engaged.
I love it. I love it. So I'm enjoy. Anytime there's an up in audiophileness, you enjoy your music in a new way. When I added a subwoofer one year, or when I positioned my, I got these really tower speakers. You listen to all your music, you get new stuff from. So with the noise canceling, I'm hearing like an extra cymbal here and there. So my enjoyment of tech, the headphones have been spectacular.
And just because I'm that tech guy, son,
Oh,
the LDAC was invented by Sony. LDAC is one of the forms of Bluetooth reception.
it sounds like an alien.
And the LDAC
I am
that they
LDAC.
use, EOSR. Anyway, so the LDAC that they use to provide Bluetooth is next level. I mean,
I was going to argue about the Bluetooth a little bit, though. I use the physical wire, and I get a better audiophile experience.
that's imagination.
You think so?
That is 100% imagination.
You
know what? I'm sorry. I've not used the new ones. I'm gonna walk that back.
I'll walk that back.
I'm gonna walk that back. But with my phone, with my headphone plugged in, it's okay. It's good. It's very acceptable. But they're designed to be Bluetooth beasts.
All right, I'm gonna have to do I'm gonna have to make the kids sort of either plug them in and not, and do a blind.
Right,
can you call it a blind test if it's ear?
Especially if you're not looking.
I'm gonna do a
I'm
deaf
looking
test.
right at you. I see you plug it in.
I'm gonna do a deaf test.
But yeah, no. Most headphones that you plug in, you lose the quality with this new level.
All right,
of Bluetooth.
I'm gonna try.
They're amazing. So
All
what
right.
else do I like?
So that's mine. What's your next number 2?
All right. So my number 2
Number 2
is the Pixel 4 XL. Okay. When I got that phone, I had it as a loaner. I had it as another loaner.
Wait a minute. Say that again. The Pixel 4
XL.
Wow.
And the first time I went through it, I was like, okay, it's all right, fine. Second time I went through it, I'm like, I love this phone. It lasted, for me, phones don't last all day. All right. Never, ever phone lasts all day. This phone lasted all day for me.
Oh, you got a good use out of it. That's good.
Everyone slams the phone. That's why I always say, use the phone yourself. To me, you guys, Omar knows, I go through phones like some people go through haircuts. So it was the phone I wanted to keep going back to. It has the always on. It has the fact where I could hear whatever music's playing in the background. It tells
That's really
me,
cool. Yeah.
It screens my calls for me.
Oh, that's great. The screen call.
I
Yeah.
want to talk to you, abuela.
Oh my God. Those of you that don't know this, you can, and my clients are always amazed. If someone calls, you just hit screen call, and the Google Assistant says, the person you're calling cannot come to the phone. Please state your, it doesn't say can't come to the phone. It says is using a Google Assistant. State your purpose. They screen the call for you. And then a client will say they're a client. They want to know if I'm available. And then I'll patch them through. It's like you have a little secretary. It's very cool.
It's pretty amazing. The technology. See, the thing about Google software is what they're good at. They're good at software. Mm-hmm. Their hardware isn't always the best, but tell me that the Face Unlock isn't amazing.
Face Unlock is the number one reason I'm using it as my daily driver. Remember you asked me the other week, is it your daily driver? And I was like, man, now I went back to it because...
Look, watch this, folks. If you can see it on the camera, it's orange screen, and then look at me. Boom!
Yeah, it's really quick. The thing I love... the one thing I will say is there's already rumors that the 4A, the plastic one, will have a hole punch. Mm-hmm. And so I will say the look of it is not as pretty as the Samsung Note that you had. It's got a big bezel on the top. I think that's a little off-putting. You can live with that, but they are going hole punch, I think, with the next generation.
Me, super tech guy, I don't care. I don't care what it looks like. I personally, I would...
Can you stop calling yourself super tech guy?
I am super tech guy. Look at my
this
super
is a job
muscle.
for super tech guy.
So, honestly, I love the beautiful empty screen. I do. The Note 10 is the most beautiful all-around phone with the Aura back, the technology in it, the stylus and all that stuff. But when I'm using a phone, I don't look at my phone. I look at my screen.
Okay.
And the Pixel 4 screen, besides being dimmer than everybody else's.
Yeah, man, I was going to ask you about that.
Besides being dimmer than anybody else's, it's on par with one of the better screens out there.
It is, but what's sad is the 3A XL.
It's brighter.
It's so bright. The cheaper Google phone is actually better. So, but I'm glad that was part of your tech because I could have put it on my list. And it's a great phone for the camera, of course. That's
And that's another reason why I put it in number 2 because it goes back to photography. if I have the iPhone 11, 11 Pro, or 11 Pro Max in my pocket, or the Google Pixel 4,
Yeah,
I'm not
you're
worried
okay.
about anything.
Yeah, if you're traveling, it's
I'm
okay.
not worried about any photography whatsoever. I'm going to get the shot, and I'm going to make it look better than your shots.
Oh,
in your face.
You're always
Unless, of course,
talking
you're really
trash.
super professional, like Mr. McNally.
Okay, my next one. Number 2 is the iPad Pro.
Open it.
The iPad Pro for me, I didn't want to get an iPad Pro because I have a regular old iPad.
iPad Pro 2018 11-inch model.
Thank you. Yes, it's got the no. Hey, he is tech guy. It has no home button at the bottom, but you know what? I should have instead of said the iPad Pro is the iPad Pencil, the second version. Since I've been doing art a little bit more, I've been enjoying using the iPad Pro to sketch on more than anything. I haven't really done any photo editing or anything, like intensive with photo. I've been using it more as like a drawing pad. Is it a toy? Absolutely. Can it replace your laptop? I don't think so. But I love
some people's laptops.
Some people that, if you're just typing blogs.
Professional
and stuff.
worker, no.
No, I can't do like Final Cut Pro
but
and
if
all
you're
that.
just writing scripts.
It's too small, the screen, to do any kind of like crazy.
Well, if you had the keyboard with it.
I have like a Bluetooth keyboard. It looks ridiculous, but I have the.
So I was talking to Omar. I was looking at picking up the 2017 version of the iPad Pro because it has a very amazing keyboard. A smart keyboard comes with it.
Yeah.
And they're both really affordably priced right now.
True.
And the Apple keyboard is the best keyboard for these kind of portable things.
The only thing I'm going to tell you is future proofness. I got this version because it says USB-C is a connection, and I want to hook up a hard drive to it. You know, the lightning cable is like enough with the lightning cable already.
This should have died.
And so if you're buying an older iPad, you're going to get that lightning cable. And then so hooking up peripherals.
But you're not going to be out of iPad lightning cables for years. People will be dropping them forever. Like, oops, that lightning pad's my thought.
Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed.
Totally. So that was my number 2.
Okay. My number 3 is one that I never actually got to own, but I'm very excited for the technology that we're going to.
Wait, you don't even have this?
No, because I ain't paying $2,000 for it.
Oh, all right.
So,
but you are the tech guy. You can get away with it.
Yeah. So it is the Samsung Galaxy Fold.
Oh, it's so racist. No, go ahead.
It has a foldable display that opens up from a very small candy bar typical phone to a full-size tablet. And the fact that when they first announced it, and it first came out earlier the year, it was a flop.
Oh, super flop. People were peeling off,
falling off.
The fake.
People were taking the screens off, this, that, and the other. And you know what it was? It was Samsung not explaining to the world correctly how to use the product, and people expecting the product to do more. Once that failed and it came back out the second time, everything was reset. The level was set. People understood it's going to be a plastic screen. Don't peel it off. And this, that, and the other. And it is by far the very next step in phone technology. And that's what makes it exciting for me. Because every phone is glass sandwiched between metal.
Yeah.
You know? So now we have a whole new world to look forward to. Even the Razr came out again in 2019. Really super expensive, really bad specs, but it's a foldable screen.
Yeah, but doesn't this phone open up into almost a squarish tablet?
Yeah.
I'm concerned or like curious why they didn't go with when you open it, it's almost like a widescreen. So when you watch your video, you know, it could be Netflix. That way people can watch stuff on their phone.
So yeah, it still is kind of 4x3-ish. But,
yeah, it's 4x3-ish. So the screen, like, don't videos get kind of cut off anyway?
Right, they do. Yeah. But this is the first version.
The first step.
That's what's exciting about it.
Okay.
Because the Razr phone opens up. It's a bendable screen, and it is in a 9x18 format.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So
I saw that. It's almost like
it looks like it looks like a regular phone. And when it folds up like the old-fashioned Razrs.
Oh, that's awesome.
For us old school cats
I'm
out
all
there.
And now they just need to put a physical keyboard on these things.
Stop it. Get out of here with that physical
all right.
keyboard.
My number 3 really changed my YouTube channel a little bit. It made me record more because of the ease, and it's the Sony A6400 with the flip-up screen.
We're looking at it right now.
We're looking at it right now. This is recording in 1080p because we record for over an hour. I don't want to deal with 4K files. But my channel, and I'll put a little montage here. I've been shooting my talking head stuff in 4K. You can see my little Manfrotto arm. The camera sits in the same spot, and it's made production a lot easier where I could see, I don't have to put an external screen and mess with cables. I click it on, and I could start recording.
Exactly. It has made this show easier to
Right?
do, you know, because
Remember we had to stop.
the little ninja that would plug itself off, on and off. It would be dead. We weren't sure if it was recording or not. So.
And we'd have to check 29 minutes.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
the A6400 for its recording limit, they killed the recording limit of 30 minutes. This guy, we just did a show before this. We recorded. It was like
Almost 40
48
minutes,
minutes of straight recording. And we left it, and it didn't even bother us or anything. And the battery is still going, and
You feed it a couple peanuts, and it's good.
it's good. So the A6400 for YouTube has been a great job. It's done a great job.
There's better cameras out there, but
with IBIS,
but
with
this
yeah.
is for what we do here, for what Omar does here. He's not running around. He's not shaking and baking. This
it's
camera,
awesome.
for the price, does everything you need it to do, and it does it awesomely.
Yeah. If you're not concerned about like Sony colors and stuff for our skin, then it's good. But because when Canon comes out with their 4K like version of this, I'm moving right to Canon.
Right, it's super crop, right?
Yeah, if
Like
they
this
get
close.
rid of the actually if they get rid of the recording limit, I will move to a Canon flip out
1080p
screen.
though, but the 1080p.
But 1080p is good for the Moe and O photo show.
Not on Canon. I'm such a hater.
Oh, Canon makes the best. You don't even know nothing.
I
All right,
don't know nothing.
So that concludes our list for 2019, brother. Happy New Year,
Best
man.
of 2019 tech for the Moe and O show. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, and happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. No, wait, no, it's too late for Hanukkah.
Oh my God, you're such a mess.
I'm a
But you are tech guy.
Super.